Check, check, check. 1, 2. Check, check. Testing, testing. All right. I think that's pretty good. I had to turn my volume down on this one a little bit because I have a feeling that I might be yelling and making some exclamatory noises of excitement during the singing of this next one. I've heard from you all that this is a killer duet between REN and Chinchilla, and it's emotional, it's powerful, it's an interesting vocal. I haven't heard it at all, so I'm excited to listen to this. It'll be a nice wake up for me. I just finished doing an amazing singing party at my South Orange, New Jersey location for Tim Welch Vocal Studio for my voice studio, and we had such a great turnout. We have such great singers, and I'm really excited about this channel that I'm able to use it as a platform for some of the awesome, talented singers and performers that I have in my life. I love the idea of taking songs that I've reacted to that you all are fans of and then having one of my students work on it with me so I can show you a bit of the process of learning how to sing. It's a super fascinating thing to observe if you haven't checked it out before, and you know, it's my life's work, so I'm happy to have you come check things out in my studio. This is my website if you want to find out more about my teaching. All right, I'm going to jump in here without further ado. I can't wait to listen to this. So much love and appreciation to all of you fellow renegades out there. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 1. Oh, 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 oh. I don't feel safe in this bed. There are voices in my head. I've been talking to the dead, and the fear baptized me. My kingdom turned to dust, and I watched all my riches rust. Have I lost the Midas touch, or do sad eyes blind me? Over and over we go, over the hills and the valleys below. Oh, and it follows me home, and it suffocates me. Oh, I can't breathe. I said, oh, I can't breathe. All I know is I forgot how to be me. I don't feel safe in these halls. There are bruises on the walls. There are bodies in the floors, and they breathe so loudly. I wish I could move, get up and walk right out this tomb. Do our saviors die too soon? For my sins surround me. Over and over we go, over the hills and the valleys below. Oh, and it follows me, and it suffocates me. I can't breathe. I said, oh, I can't breathe. All I know how to be me. When he gave up the fight, a quick decision late in the night that stayed with me for all of my life. I miss you so.
Wow. Wow. Oh. All right. All right. Um so I'm still God, I wonder if you can actually see it. Like I know this is like a cliche thing with REN and Chinchilla and these artists, but God, my body was in like a freaking full goosebump reaction like for about half of that song. And I have so much to say. I'm blown away by this on a visceral human being level as far as like what it's about, this idea of the wrestling with your inner demons, about this idea of as we become successful it becomes easy to lose sight of who we are, and the way that our minds and mental illness and trauma can play into self-doubt and all those things like that. Hearing that reference at the end of the song, it makes me think about one of the comments that you left talking to me about a song for Joe, I think, which was a friend of his that committed suicide. And it sounds like maybe that was a reference to that. Leave in the comments if you know a little more detail about this. You all know so much detail about these songs. Just a first impression of it was, from a musical standpoint, this was absolutely spectacular. The intricacy of that crazy harmony they're doing in parallel, that melody line that's running in parallel, that's an unconventional harmony, but it works so well. It's so cool. It fits that longing, that sort of wailing almost emotionally that is represented by the context of this song. REN's vocal texture was amazing. Chinchilla is incredible. When they're riffing together and it's so tight and in unison, it's so interesting. The little staccato stuff they're doing is so interesting. There's so much to say about this. I have to go back and listen to it more. So let's go back and break it down.
1, 2, 3, 1. Oh, 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 oh.
That harmony is so beautiful and haunting. Notice how in sync they are here. They're like plugged into each other like one being. This is what you want to be doing when you sing with other people. You need to feel like you become one entity. And that's exactly what this feels like here. This is so haunting and warm and beautiful. They both have the same airflow allowance in their tone. They're both singing light with very low air pressure. It's a perfect vocal paintbrush in the tone quality department for the sound to be making here. You know, I mean, God, how gorgeous. Oh, and now we're up and we've added more angst. We're in a higher pitch range. The guitar starts coming in. I love the 3/4 feel of this song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It really feels like it's in 6/8. Da 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 da. I love their use of vibrato here. It's so beautiful the way, and they're both doing it. Have you noticed? This is that symbiotic relationship that happens musically when two people who are kindred spirits get together. Certain aspects of their performing start synchronizing. They probably didn't even plan that. It just happened. Like one of them started having a little vibrato in the ooh, and the other one just synced right in. When you have that much fluency in your vocal technique, you're able to just shapeshift so easily into different techniques and different expressions. Just like a visual artist who's got complete fluency in all of their painting tools. It's the same thing for a singer. How fluent are you at grit? How fluent are you at vibrato? How fluent are you at belting? These two have the same high level of artistic fluency, which gives them the ability to be so spontaneous and intuitive in the ways that they connect to each other. So incredible. I think they should do so much music together.
I don't feel safe in this bed. There are voices in my head.
Ah. This idea of not feeling safe basically inside of your own head. Like that's how many of us have felt that way? I felt that way. And, I mentioned in one of my REN videos about some of my background. And, I'm not going to make this like a personal vlog type of a thing, this reaction channel. But I do have to say, I've had my demons. I've been through addiction stuff. I've had to do a hell of a lot of work on the voices in my head, meditating, positive work, reading a lot of studies, spiritual work. It's been a big part of my life, and it's one of the reasons I feel such a kinship with Ren and why I feel that I'm a renegade. Taking and making art to transmute the darkness inside of you is such a powerful purpose for art. And I feel so blessed that I have a kinship with all you renegades around this stuff, and that Ren is so forthcoming and just sharing so vulnerably, as well as Chinchilla, these deep personal inner things. That's why we love him so much. So I'm just so grateful for him and for all of you.
I've been talking to the dead.
Do you hear this tone quality? I'm going to go back and listen to this whole intro when he starts singing solo. Do you notice how he's using I've been? He's using that creaky door sound, a little bit of false vocal fold activation. Then he's going into a husky sound where he's slightly opening his chords. So it's got a little bit of that scratch. And then he's got a little vibrato in there too. It's a perfect texture for this introspective, internal conversation that the protagonist is having here. Let's go back and listen to that again.
I don't feel safe in this bed.
Hear the air?
There are voices in my head.
Hear that creaky sound?
I've been talking to the dead, and the fear baptized me.
You hear that? He's creaking. He's got vibrato. It's so vulnerable and expressive. How beautiful. All right, now Chinchilla's going to come in with him.
Me. My kingdom turn to dust.
Did you hear the way she came in? She came in with all that light air, and then immediately switched into her power voice. She has so much dynamic control of her voice. Listen for that little entrance.
My kingdom turn to
Hear
dust.
that? On turn, she switched right into her chest voice. That's really hard to do. Crazy hard to do.
And I watched all my riches rust. Have I lost the Midas touch? Or do sad eyes blind me?
I even love how synchronized their vowels are. They've dialed in their vowel shapes. They're a little bit taller, like a British accent kind of the way they're tall, as opposed to like, I've been, like the way you would hear when he sings reggae. They both have taller vowels, more close to their native speaking here, which is really, really interesting. And they both dialed in on that. I bet that wasn't planned. That just naturally happened.
Over and over we go, over the hills and the valleys below. Oh, and it follows me home, and it suffocates.
This whole stopping, singing a phrase where it's very legato. Legato means to tie or bind together in Italian. It's a musical term used when we da 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 da, when we're connecting the syllables in throughout the phrase. Staccato is da da, these little short accents, and they're flowing back and forth between legato and staccato singing in this section here. And I love how they're singing in unison. They were singing in harmony in the beginning. Now they're singing in unison here. Chinchilla is just an octave above what Ren is singing. Let's go back and hear that.
And I watched all my riches rust.
They're in harmony here. They're not singing the same note an octave apart in this part. They're in harmony.
Have I lost the Midas touch?
Still harmony.
Or do sad eyes blind me?
There's that staccato.
Over and over we go.
Now they're in unison here. over and over he's singing down here and she's singing over and over. So now they're in unison.
The hills and the valleys below.
Hear that?
Oh, and it follows me home, and it suffocates me. I can't breathe.
There's so much dissonance in that harmony right there, which creates such angst. And then as the harmony ends, there comes a moment of consonance, which gives it this little bit of a sense of release of the dissonance. Dissonance is when two notes happening at the same time feel like they're fighting each other. It feels like they're creating something that needs to be resolved. And then consonance is when notes feel like they're working together, when they feel like they create harmony together. You can hear that there's dissonance and then consonance once they resolve that harmony. Wow. Dissonance. Oh.
I can't breathe.
Do you hear how it feels like when that harmony starts? It almost feels like they're harmonically fighting one another. That's on purpose. It creates this real like angsty feeling. And then when we get into the part when the guitar comes in and they're opening up the sound to the words, we feel this sense of relief, this sense of harmonic release. Listen back for that again. This is a great musical technique.
I can't breathe.
Oh.
I said, oh, I can't breathe.
These riffs destroy me. Oh my God.
I said, oh, I can't breathe. All I know.
She has such an amazing control of her head voice for someone who has so much power in the upper registers of her chest voice. That's not always common. A lot of times when you're blasting and belting and you're one of these big high power singers, you lose your ability to get into that cleaner, more fluty, more ethereal type of head voice sound. She hasn't.
Is I forgot how to be me.
I forgot how to be me. Oh, that hook there. What a great arrival at the title of the song at this point in the journey through it. It's just so clever. The songwriting ability. I'm not sure if they wrote this together, if REN wrote this. I don't know any of the history really of the song, but I'd imagine that he's got to have written it or they wrote it together because it sounds like it's about some of the things that he's going through in his own musical journey. So incredible. Now we have that harmony again, that haunting harmony that we started with. Oh, this song messes me up. This is so... Oh, I know why you were all telling me I needed to hear this one. Wow.
I don't feel safe in these holes. There are bruises on the wall.
Listen to Chinchilla's tone right there. Oh, man. She's gone into this like haunting, dark, low, open throat, airflowy, scratchy, mysterious sound here. Wow, listen to that.
Ooh, I don't feel safe in these holes.
So is REN.
There are bruises on the walls.
Oh. Self-abuse, thoughts, negative thoughts, pain, trauma. Oh.
There are bodies in the floors, and they breathe so loudly. I wish.
Those lyrics. Oh, those lyrics, God.
I wish I could move, get up and walk right out this tomb. Do our saviors die too soon? For my sins surround me.
This really feels almost to me like a folk song, kind of like an adapted folk song into a pop song. It's got this like da da da, these sort of traditional folk songs that are passed down through generation and generation. It's got this throwback, like that type of a vibe to it a little bit. Interesting concept. It has a real folky feel to it,
Do our saviors die too soon for my sins? Surround me. Over and over we go, over the hills and...
Do you see how into it they are? Do you see she's like shaking, like expressively there? She's so in that moment there. That was so... Oh, she is so powerful and just in the moment. And the artistic courage and confidence to just completely be themselves in this is so amazing, which is interesting. The song is How to Be Me, but they're so comfortable as artists in their own skin to do whatever they feel in the moment to do.
Me. Over and over we go, over the hills and the valleys below. Oh, and it follows me, and it suffocates me.
These little staccato stops are so amazing. It's so... Do you notice how it holds your attention? You get into one thing and you start feeling connected to that. Then they change and then your attention is held. And then your attention is held again.
I can't breathe. I said, oh, I can't breathe.
Now we're into the power sounds, we're into the brass, we're into the grit. We've got full vocal fold closure from both of them. We've got high subglottic air pressure. We've got some false chord activation getting close to the highest level, which brings a little growl into the voice. Wow, wow, wow.
I can't breathe. I said, oh, I can't breathe.
That riff. Did you notice how she was in the top part of her chest voice there, and then she flipped up into her head voice for a second, and then came back down in that high part of her chest voice? That is crazy hard to do. Listen back for that.
I said, oh, I can't breathe.
Coming up. Right here. Did you hear that? That is so hard to do. That is so good.
I forgot how to be me. Hallelujah.
My whole body is goosebumpy right now.
Where is my God? Where are you? Hallelujah.
Getting to that place of depression and helplessness where you become spiritual happened to me. It happened to me for sure. And this is a real thing. Like, what an incredible, transcendent, transformative song this is.
Nothing is pulling me through. Hallelujah.
This level of introspection and this level of self-actualization is really rare for anyone in the world, and especially rare for someone this young. I know these people are younger than me, and I had not gone through these things they're talking about or developed the tools to process things in the way that they have. And it's so beautiful to see that. It's so beautiful to think that we're all, as a species, going to grow together the more that we transmute our darkness together, the more that we share the tools that we're using to be better people and to grow. And I just feel so much like REN and the people that he's surrounding himself with are on that mission, and I'm on that mission too. So I just am just so honored to have a connection with him and with you all. This is such beautiful art. I can't wait to listen to this more and more.
Nothing is pulling me through. Hallelujah. When I don't know how to be. Hallelujah. I forgot how to be me. when he gave up the fight. A quick decision late in the night that stayed with me for all of my life. I miss you so.
If you know who that's about at the end, leave it in the comments. I'm assuming that it's about his friend Joe, but it could be about a lot of people. I'm not sure. If you've had someone who you've lost to suicide, it's a heavy thing. I've had it happen, and it leaves a ripple out into everyone that knows the person, and so much love goes out to anybody who's been through that. So much love goes out to any of you who are at that stage in your mental stuff. I just want to say there is hope. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, and you can be in a horribly depressed place and turn it around. I've been there. Ren's been there. I don't know a lot about Chinchilla's background, but it sounds like she's had some experiences in that way as well. So, sending so much love out to you all. This was such a beautiful piece of art, such an incredible vocal performance, such an honest, beautiful expression of so many things. So, I'm so grateful that you all recommended that I get to listen to it, and I'm grateful that some new people are going to get to hear it through this reaction, and we'll get to keep spreading the love and the amazing artistry of Ren and friends. So, beautiful song. Thanks for recommending it. I'll see you in my next video.